Ready, fight!
What's up? It's Matt, the overall bargain hunter here. A lot of people asked for it, and today it's happening. It's the rematch between me and my mom. I already told her about it yesterday, and I'm letting her pick the thrift stores we go to today, so no excuses. Overall, we're going to have a good time. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's see what we find. My mom decided we're going to go to a couple of Goodwills. This is the first one we're at. Let's see what we find. Right, so the first thing that I looked at was the records. I kind of went through to see the prices on them. The color of the day was yellow, which means yellow was 50% off. I went through, but I didn't really see anything that looked like it was going to be worth it. I looked up some sold comps, but nothing that I ended up taking in the record section. From there, I moved on to toys. I did look at a couple of other things that I didn't get on video. Like I said in a previous video, I always find the Nerf guns for some reason. I just really like those. In the toys, I did look at the plushes, and there was like a Tasmanian Devil plush from the 80s. But when I looked up the sold comps, it really wasn't worth it, as there was none sold, and the only one listed was only for like $2 in Goodwill 1 and 3. From there, I found these art supplies, and all of them were brand new. They had a ton of different ones, and I didn't get it all on video because there was a lot of bigger ones. So I started going through, and I really thought that these would be worth it. I know that they're worth more than they're selling them for, but some of them were priced a little bit higher and not worth it. There was an employee that was wanting to restock right there, so I went ahead and just filled my basket with everything, and I moved to another aisle so I could go through it. Again, I didn't get everything on video because at this point I had already taken out a lot of the bigger stuff because it was priced kind of high, and I decided to just get about one of each different style and see how I could do with them. So these are the ones that I ended up taking. Right, in my mom's cart, we're going to go through and see what she found. The first thing that she found was a ringer amplifier. Right, then she found a webcam, a stopwatch, a little Hershey's recipe box, and this little beetle sign. We didn't end up taking any of those because the sold comps weren't that good. On the beetle sign, it was something that I'd be able to take out to my booth, but at $7, I didn't think I'd be able to make that much money on it. Then we saw these potato guns, and I had seen these in the toy section too, and actually had thought about putting them in my cart, but didn't end up doing it, and she ended up picking those up. So at the first store, my mom got those 9 potato guns, and I got the 5 art pads. Alright, we've made it to the second Goodwill store. Let's see what we find. After walking around for a while, I was checking out some different stuff. I looked at some sandals that were kind of new. They wanted $6 for them, and I didn't really think it was worth it. What caught my eye here was new in the package. And it's a Motorola 2-pack headset, and I went ahead and took that. From there, I saw this really cool die-cast metal truck, but it was missing the front grille, and they still wanted $5 for it, and I just really didn't think it was worth it when it was missing parts, so I went ahead and put that back. I also looked at a little Pampered Chef bread tube, which I didn't really know that much about. I couldn't find sold comps on it without it being a set, so I went ahead and passed on that and put it back. My mom found a little mini webcam, but the sold comps weren't that good on it, so I went ahead and passed on that. She also found some USB cables, but again, the sold comps weren't very good. What she found that we ended up taking were these hand sanitizers because they were only 49 cents. And out at the market, I'll be able to sell these for somewhere between $2 and $5. And then these little soaps, they actually smell really good. They were also 49 cents, but they were the yellow tag, so they're only 25 cents. So we went ahead and took a bunch of those as well. The next things that she found were things that I could sell at my booth. However, at the $3 price range, I usually sell signs like this for $5, so it really wasn't worth it. The return on investment wasn't going to be that good. So at the second Goodwill, we ended up getting the hand soaps and hand sanitizers for my mom and the Motorola headset for me. And that's where we ended up stopping. We didn't go to any other places. We made it back. We ended up going to 2 different Goodwill stores on a different part of town than we usually go to. So let's go through and see what we found. The first store, I ended up just getting some art supply stuff. If you saw my basket in the video, I had a bunch of stuff in here, but the stuff wasn't priced that great and I wasn't really sure how it was gonna go. So I ended up, I think, getting about 5 different things. So the first thing was this watercolor had. It was only $2.49, and I'll pull up the sold comps on this one so we can keep a tally of how we're doing on that. The next was an art paper, and it was $4.99, so $5. Again, I will pull up the comps. Then I bought a mixed media one that was $5.99, so obviously it sells for a little bit more based on the comps, and hopefully it'll be something that I do well with. And then the last 2 that I got, one is a Bristol and one is a watercolor. The watercolor one was $2.49 and the Bristol one was $3.99. So altogether after tax it ended up being about $25 for these notepads. Hopefully I do more than that. Again, I'll bring up the comps and we'll see how we did with that. At that store, the only thing that we ended up getting at my mom's, I showed a bunch of different things there. The comps and sell-through rates on some of them just weren't good enough to take the risk. But what I did get were these potato guns because they were only $1.49. We ended up with 9 of them. And I had actually seen these as well and was debating on it. And then I got distracted by the art things. So at that first Goodwill, I spent almost my whole time looking at those art things. But these potato guns were only $1.49. There was a 10 pack that I'll put the sold comps on. This will be a little bit less than that because there's only 9 of them, not 10. But it should be about that price for the 10 of them, which I think was about $30. And altogether at $1.49 a piece, we paid about $15 after tax. The second Goodwill we went to, I didn't find much of anything, and the things that I was finding were just too high priced. They were basically priced at retail prices, not even discounted, or discounted maybe $1 or $2, so it really wasn't worth it on most things. I did pick up these Motorola Talk About 2-way radio headsets. It was a 2-pack, and the sold comps were pretty good. It was still $6, but I saw sold comps I think around $30. Again, I'll pull those up and we'll see how that is. What my mom ended up finding, she found some different stuff, and some of it I actually really liked. It just wasn't stuff that was going to make a big profit, so I went ahead and passed on it. But the things that she did find were these little soaps, and they were 49 cents, but the color today was yellow, so they ended up being 25 cents. So we're going to take these out to my booth and try to get $2 each for them. I'll try to see if there's sold comps online, but even at $2 each, we got 15, so that's $30 worth of these hand soaps. These are gel hand sanitizers. Again, they were 49 cents. These ones were not 50% off, but at 49 cents a piece, it's a good deal because we think we can get maybe $2 or $3 out at the booth for them. So all the profit on this is going to be pretty good. Since she found these things for really cheap, that means that her profit's going to be really good this time around. So here in a second, I'll have all of the comps up and as far as how much profit everything is, and we'll see who came out victorious. So my mom and I were able to find some pretty decent stuff. The things that my mom found at the second Goodwill are really going to just be stuff that's for out at the booth. Overall, we had a good time. My mom definitely thinks she won. I think it was a lot closer. This competition was definitely a lot closer than the first time we had the competition. I think it's too close to call, so I'm leaving it up to you guys to vote. Down in the comments, make a comment either Mom or Matt, and we'll determine who the winner is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's the way we grow the channel. If this is your first time watching my channel, make sure you go back and look at some of my other videos. I'm going to put a link in the description to the first Thrift Store Showdown video, so hopefully you guys can check that out. As always, I appreciate your guys' support. You're awesome. This is Matt, the Overall Bargain Hunter, signing out. See you guys next time.